Welcome back to Le Demi-Château, my half-renovated, full-hearted corner of the French countryside. Here, life is a little slower, a little more romantic, and there's always a project, or 10, waiting to be tackled. Today we're adding a few touches of beauty and lifting the veil on a few mysteries upstairs. But first, a little morning ritual. Before I start wrangling curtain rods and floorboards, I always try to move a little. I'm a choreographer and dancer, and so even here, in the middle of renovation chaos, ballet is how I find my center. Now that the windows upstairs are finally renewed, it's time to tackle another little detail that's been bothering me for a while. The curtain rods. The old owners had installed these basic IKEA rods and, well, let's just say they weren't exactly chateau chic. Some were hung higher, some lower, a few more a little, let's call it creatively placed. I already swapped out all the rods downstairs last year, and now it's finally time to bring a little more elegance upstairs too. First step, out with the old. Ladder, drill, and a lot of determination, always the secret tools of a chateau owner. Then it's time for the fun part, unwrapping the new brushed brass curtain rods. I love how simple and timeless they are, just enough character without stealing the show. And of course, no curtain rod adventure is complete without a laser level, because as much as I love imperfection, I draw the line at crooked curtain rods. A few holes later, and we're ready for a fresh start upstairs. I just vacuum cleaned. The only thing I did not think about is like to buy something to actually cover up the holes, so we'll have to do it probably another day. But now we can hang the curtains back, and I did have an idea, and I'm not 100% sure if I want to do it now or if I want to do it another day, but I want to talk to you about it. So basically these curtains have those loops, and I think I did chose those curtains at one point because they were quite okay and thicker, and they fit in quite well with the color scheme. But what I was thinking is, because they are so incredibly long, to almost drape them, you know, a bit like the other curtains, but that I would add a piece of fabric. I would remove this bit, then we would make a tunnel, and then it would be like, you know, it would be like, how do I show you? Maybe like this? Would be something like this, like an extra layer on top. I don't know if it's gonna look bad or good. I'm not a fan of these hoops, they make it very modern. That's the only thing that I don't like. But maybe I need to live with it for a moment still. Let's hang this up and let's have a look. Maybe already the rods will change, because I found that already the rods, having the new rods and everything in brass, already makes such a huge difference. Not bad. Definitely better than before. Much better than before. The struggle is real. Gosh, when I bought them for downstairs, they had like a little thread inside because they're packed in plastic. It's good because it protects the rod, but finally. Next up, the biggest window, the one looking out onto the garden. I thought this would be the easy part, but of course the curtain had other plans. A bit of balancing, a few deep breaths, and somehow everything falls into place. And just like that, the upstairs feels lighter, brighter, and a little bit more loved. The last curtain rods that need to be exchanged in the chateau are here in this little room, and then I will have exchanged them all. I will show you it finished in just a snap. It's crazy how much a curtain rod actually can change a room. It's just absolutely bonkers. It looks so much more chateau-y and grand now. I'll link those in the description box below if you would like to also buy them. I bought them from Amazon. Would you guys like to embark on a little adventure with me? Come along, come. For the second half of this year, I'm planning to do a bigger project, and for this I will need to see how this floor is built. And I have no clue whatsoever what we'll find. And here's the reason why I chose this spot, because there's screws in here. And I'm thinking we can access the floor right here. I somehow don't have a really good feeling about this. It's you and me. You and me. What did these people do here? I think we're in need of a crowbar. There they are. That's the problem. You want to go gently. Who would think that having a look would be that horrible or that hard? I'm really lifting up this whole wall. So initially my plan was to use the multi-tool to cut, but I have the suspicion that they put the parquet floor directly on the floorboards that you can see from the ceiling in the Grand Salon. I was looking up today and I had this feeling like if I cut through there, I might cut a hole into my ceiling. So that's why I'm here. Oh god, am I opening Pandora's box here? That's how much of a gap I achieved by sliding it. I think there's an elegant way of doing this. To be honest with you guys. Looks like we'll be taking this apart! So this is the old floorboards, and they did use a bit of stabilization, but I don't know how much. They definitely didn't do a good job. Not at all. Yeah, but it's good. It's good to rip it out and take it out here. I was hoping I could reuse it, or I was thinking, but judging from the structure and how it is, this is pine. And it's really low quality wood. And especially for here, it's kind of like maybe not so nice, because we're the only place in Charente where we had termites. So I don't want to provoke it. You know, I don't want to provoke it. Second floor, I have a camera that is a small camera that basically you can go down things and look for stuff and look at what is hiding underneath the floor. I bought it back then to, where is it? It must be there. I bought it back then to assess all the plumbing that I did, because I wanted to check my work. So here it is. You know, just your usual Thursday. Oh god. I am an expert in making a mess. But that's what just happens when you have an old house, you know? And you know, now I can turn it on. And it even comes with a little flashlight, so I can see. I would say, let's go for it. You don't see anything in there. Okay, this looks like, yeah, okay, like rock wool. Up there, right in front of us, this here. Then I wonder, and this looks like rock wool as well. Ew. Oh god. There are things you don't want to know. Ew, I'm not showing you that. I'm sorry. Ew, that is gross. So I think what they did is put up beams and then put up the parquet floor on top of it. And I'm completely grossed out. This is going to be horrible. Oh gosh, I'm deeply traumatized by that. Trying not to freak out to be completely grossed out. Okay, yeah. Sometimes you open, like I said, Pandora's box. This is going to be interesting, opening all of this up. But it has to happen now even more. So, we've got our project cut out. I'll just be putting those screws back for now. We all sort of know that living in an old home comes with its challenges and with its mysteries. And sometimes you open up mysteries just like now that you wish you... It's hard to say because actually it's really good to know about it and how it is built up now. Now I don't have to ask myself questions. It's badly insulated as I thought. They didn't put exactly just a parquet on the floorboards. They actually put beams to insulate a bit, but this insulation is not even like 5 centimeters thick. So all in all, that being said, we have our project cut out for us, which means after the summer I will be tackling this probably, and I will be lifting up everything. I will be moving to the upstairs and then slowly moving through all of this, lifting up all of those floorboards and then cleaning up all the floorboards from this side. We will put insulation, and I think I'm gonna raise the floor by 10 centimeters because I do have the ceiling height here, and also we'll be going down 5 and adding 5. So basically we're just adding 5. Then putting new parquet floor down. New parquet floor that's probably similar to the parquet floor that I put upstairs, which is like the thin planks of parquet and not the thick parquet, because this one is, and now I understand the coloration of it, because it is pine. No more pine for the chateau. So that's kind of the plan. Let's see how far we get with it and how fast we can move it. It would be nice to have Christmas in here and all of this being done, but maybe it's wishful thinking. There's still a lot to figure out upstairs. Step by step, I hope to lift the floor, understand the structure, and find a way to give this beautiful old house a solid future. Thank you so much for sharing this slow and simple day with me. If you'd like to keep wandering through this journey with me, there are more videos waiting right here on the screen. And as always, à bientôt et au revoir from the southwest of France. Bisous and bye!